So, hi everyone. So, after a long time, we are again meeting for the same topic of heat transfer radiation. And so far, we have done some couple of questions, and we have also seen about the detailed solution and the concepts related to that. And now, let us continue with the next few questions of engineering services. And this question happened in the year 1995. So consider the following parameters. The first statement is temperature of the surface. Second statement is emissivity of the surface. We know it is epsilon and this is temperature T. And the third statement is temperature of the air in the room. So there is a surface which has been placed inside the room, and the third statement is about the temperature of the room. Okay. And to be fact that they have clearly mentioned that there is some air present in the room, right? And the fourth statement is length and the diameter of the pipe. So we have concluded from this four statements that there is a pipe which is being placed inside a room, and there is air which is available. So you can conclude one thing, that the heat transfer between the pipe and the room is not only going to be because of radiation mode of heat transfer, because you know that for radiation mode of heat transfer there should not be any medium, but since air as a medium is present between the pipe surface as well as between the pipe surface and the room, convection mode of heat transfer is also quite possible, right? So so these are all the four statements given with respect to the scenario: temperature of the surface, which is the pipe surface, and emissivity of the surface epsilon, and temperature of the air in the room, and you can take it as TR, or usually used to denote in most of the case as T infinity, and the length and the diameter of the pipe, right? So these are all the four statements given. The parameter or the parameters responsible for loss of heat from the hot surface in the room would include: option A states that one alone is correct. Option B states that both the first two statements are correct. Option C states that the first three statements are correct. Option D states that all the four options are correct, right? So whenever, as I usually say, whenever you try to come across a question like this, try to convert the given question into a diagrammatic representation, which will clearly give you a better understanding of the problem, and then try to manipulate with your concepts and find out the solution for the same. So now let's get into the solution. So we know that the pipe is now going to not only radiate the heat but also convect the heat. Convection mode of heat transfer is also possible, because right now we can remember in this way that convection mode of heat transfer is a one where a solid and a fluid medium interaction is possible. So we can say that the pipe surface is solid and the surrounding air is fluid. So solid and fluid interaction will definitely cause convection mode of heat transfer. On the other hand, you might be continuously seeing about radiation, that for radiation mode of heat transfer to happen, you don't require any medium, right? So let's get into the solution. So the heat transfer from the pipe surface to the room will be the combined effect of heat transfer due to radiation plus heat transfer due to convection, right? So how to calculate the heat transfer due to radiation? So it is given by Stefan Boltzmann law. So if you try to go for sigma T power 4, then it automatically means that you are considering the heat which is being radiated from one surface. Since now you are going to calculate the heat interaction between the pipe surface and the surrounding air which is present inside the room, you are going to calculate in this manner. So it is between the pipe surface and the room. So it is going to be equal to sigma into temperature difference, right? So it is T1 power 4 minus T2 power 4, where T1 is your temperature of pipe surface, where we assume that the pipe is at a very high temperature compared to the surrounding air present inside the room, and T2 is your air temperature, right? And also the pipe surface is not a black body, right? So it is not going to convert all the uh, thermal effect completely into radiation. So there will be some resistance, so we have to consider the emissivity. Suppose if it is a black body, then you can take your emissivity value to be equal to 1, right? So plus heat transfer due to convection. So heat transfer due to convection is being explained by Newton's law of cooling, which states that the heat transfer can be found out simply as HA delta T, right? So these are all the familiar terms which everyone would have known. H stands for the heat transfer coefficient, or you can even say convective heat transfer coefficient, and A is the surface area, and temperature difference is nothing but the two bodies which is under interaction having their temperatures. So instead of area, I can go for the pipe surface area, so which is pi dl. To be honest, if you try to consider this pipe surface area, total pipe surface area would be simply not only pi dl but also 2 times of pi by 4 d square, right? If you consider this hatched portion, you can see the two circular portions, right? So it will have a area of pi by 4 d square. Since there are two surfaces like that, you will go for 2 times of pi by 4 d square. In addition to this, you also have the lateral surface, right? And the lateral surface area is given by pi dl. So if you assume that these two circular portions are insulated, then you can go with pi dl alone, right? So anyway, this is about the area term. So you can say that area finally depends upon the diameter and length, right? And temperature difference, you can go for the pipe surface temperature minus the room temperature, right? So I can say that this is the total heat transfer, heat interaction between the pipe surface to the room, and it depends upon the emissivity, and it depends upon the two temperatures, and it depends upon the diameter, it depends upon the length, it also depends upon the heat transfer coefficient and Stefan Boltzmann constant. So if you just get back to the options, option D is the best answer, because yes, temperature of the surface, emissivity of the surface, temperature of the air in the room, length and diameter of the pipe, everything will be put together to find out this particular kind of total heat interaction between the pipe surface and the room present in the air. So option D is a correct answer. Hope you might have understood. Just try to practice then and there with these questions which we are discussing. So we'll just get into the next question. So this question again happened in the same year 1995. So you can note down one thing, that if you are thorough with a particular topic of heat transfer like radiation, you will be able to attend 2 to 3 questions in a single year. So match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct answer using the codes given below. So list 1 contains statement A, infinite parallel plates or planes, right? And statement B, completely enclosed by large compared to enclosed body. Subscript 1 for enclosed body. So there is one body which has been enclosed by another body, right? And to be frank, that there is a body which has been enclosed by another body, and let us try. You are supposed to take this first body as the body which has been enclosed, and this is the second body, and it is given in the statement that your second body is very large when compared to the first body which has been enclosed. And the C statement stands for two rectangles with common side perpendicular to each other, something like this, right? Hope you might have been familiar with these kind of problems while pursuing your BTech. So there are two rectangles sharing a common side perpendicular to each other, right? These two rectangles are perpendicular to each other. And D statement is concentric cylinders. So already we have seen a problem like this. So one cylinder enclosed within the another cylinder, right? So these are all the 4 statements which has been listed in list 1, and list 2 contains these expressions. The first statement is epsilon 1, the second one is epsilon 1 into epsilon 2, third one is 1 by epsilon 1 plus 1 by epsilon 2 minus 1, and the fourth one is 1 by epsilon 1 plus a1 by a2 into 1 by epsilon 2 minus 1. So let me just show you one more time about the list one. So it is infinite parallel planes as first statement. Second one is completely enclosed by large compared to enclosed body. So the enclosed body is something very much less in size when compared to the one which is actually enclosing, which is 2. And the third one is two rectangles with a common side perpendicular to each other. And the last option is concentric cylinders. So out of these four, hope you can just filter out this A and D using the previous problems whatever we have discussed so far, which is very easy, right? So for parallel planes, you don't have the area term coming into play and also the shape factor, because since the plates are flat, shape factor doesn't come into play. So I can say definitely say that this will suit for your parallel plate. And next thing is for the statement D, concentric cylinders. It will carry a resistance or resultant resistance like this 1 by epsilon 1 plus A1 by A2, where here that A1 will count for the surface area of the first cylinder and A2 counts for the surface area of the second cylinder, right? So in addition to this, you also have two more statements which has to be filtered out from the two options which has been given. So let's get into the solution. So these are all the codes which has been given for you to find out the correct answer. Option A states A1, B2, C4, D3 are correctly matched. And similarly, your option B is A3, B1, C4, D2. And option C, it is A2, B1, C3, D1. And option D, it is A3, B1, C2, D4. So let's get into the solution part. So the correct answer is option D. So let me explain you one by one. As I said, infinite parallel plates, we have already seen several problems. Here the area term doesn't come into play and also the shape factor doesn't come into play, and you'll have your resultant resistance as this expression, right? And the second statement was actually been given as a smaller body enclosed by a very larger body, and the smaller body is taken with the subscript 1 and larger body is been taken with the subscript 2. Since body 1 completely enclosed by body 2, but since body 1 is given as very small, you can take the resultant emissivity as epsilon 1 alone. Very important. Have to be very careful about these terms. So whenever a smaller body has been enclosed by very large body, you can just consider the emissivity of the smaller body alone. And then the third statement is, you just get back, two rectangles with a common side perpendicular to each other, right? So for this case, you can consider the radiative exchange with the two small gray bodies as epsilon 1 into epsilon 2. And the fourth statement is most familiar, that for concentric cylinders with larger length, then you can say that the resultant emissivity expression would be 1 by epsilon 1 plus A1 by A2 into 1 by epsilon 2 minus 1. The same expression holds good for the parallel plates also, but you will take your A1 as 1 meter square and A2 as 1 meter square. So if these two terms gets cancelled, you will get the resultant resistance as this expression, right? Hope this is clear for you guys, and option D is the correct answer. Try to work out these problems, and if you have any doubts, you can mention that in the comment section. So we'll just see you in the next video. And those who are actually new to this particular course, you can just see to the previous videos which I have made, and for that I would actually attach the links for the previous videos in the description column. You can check this out, and hope you might have enjoyed this. Try to share this video to your friends who also get benefited, who are actually preparing for competitive exams like GATE or PSU exams. And if you like this video, you can just give your comments and try to share this video, and we'll just catch up with the next video. Thank you. Bye.